What's no longer appreciated as much as 20 years ago? Knowing where things are. Everybody's got pocket maps now. Handwritten letters. Answering machine for your landline. Probably been longer than 20 years, but public libraries. I used to volunteer at the library during the summers for the summer reading program that our public library held. It was almost like a free day camp for the mornings. We'd have local musicians come perform kids' songs, local reptile experts doing a show and tell with their reptiles, magicians who came to do magic tricks, and in the afternoons for the preteens they would show the kids how to do the magic tricks, and local bakeries that would bring cakes and teach the preteens cake decorating skills. The kids took home reading logs and would get a stamp for every half hour of reading, and then at the end of the week they could get some pretty neat prizes for filling up the reading logs. Usually the morning kids session occurred at the same time as a mommy and me session took place in another room in the library. I was one of the volunteers, and our job was to make sure that the kids kept their hands and feet to themselves or weren't talking over the people who there to lead the session. Then the rest of the day we were cleaning up so that the space would be ready for the next session that day or for the following day's session. Or we were cleaning up the children's section and reshelving returned books, and helping people find books and stuff like that. We probably had 100-200 kids every morning and then a few dozen preteens in the afternoon. As volunteers, we were often able to join in for the preteen sessions as we were similar in age. I was probably 14 and it was the summer between 8th and 9th grade. Nowadays it seems like people have forgotten about our library and all it has to offer. Handcrafted items. People undervalue the time spent. It takes me about an hour to crochet a basic beanie winter hat. The cost of material would be $5. If I tried to sell it, I would charge $20. No one would buy it because they can get a mass-produced hat for $5. I enjoy making and gifting handcrafted items rather than selling my body, learning to be comfortable in your own skin. It's easier to just put on a filter or edit a pic on social media. Friendship, Bill Cosby, going outside. Monogamous relationships, kindness and civility, owning physical media. Running around with the neighbors and playing outside as a kid. The value of face-to-face communication. Being outside. Living life in the moment. Everything is focused on social media and presenting this false image of yourself. Also, kids can't grow up without fear of something embarrassing or personal being posted. Basic politeness. I get complimented all the time with how nice and polite I am, and you'd think people believe I had superpowers. How can you be so nice all the time? Who taught you to be so polite? I see a lot of friends, family, even strangers that just seem angry all the time and ready to fight. I guess my superpower was having a wonderfully positive mother but a very, very negative father. They divorced when I was 2 years old. I spent time with both during the week and every other weekend. The vibe at my mom's was always so special and friendly. Even as kids we rolled our eyes at how over-the-top nice, polite, and positive our mom was. She was always planning fun stuff even though we were poor. Then I would go to my dad's. He hated everything and yelled at everyone. Never really at me. He always showed love to me or was usually nice unless I fucked up. However, every other interaction he had was somehow detrimental to his very being. It doesn't help that he is just that guy that no matter what he does, where he does it, or who he's with, he's going to have the worst experience. Like waiters always forgetting his orders, poorly cooked meals, the taxi that got a flat and made him late. It's just what always happens to him. He never made it better by screaming at the clouds or the poor people who were there to provide any kind of service to him. I saw the glaring differences in their lives and said I'm done being a jerk just cause people laugh sometimes. I wanna be nice. I wanna be someone people want to be around. In reality I just get taken advantage of a lot, or people think I'm crazy for taking the high road. Being mean and crass is easy, being nice takes work and patience. I know I hate it when people are a jerk to me, so I wouldn't want to do that to anyone else. I feel like that's lost these days on a lot of people. Hell, maybe the golden rule was just a golden lie that I'm still stupid enough to follow. Arguing about dumb shit. It used to be fun debating dumb nonsensical stuff, but it's kinda lost its magic now that you can just pull your phone out and find the answer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that phones are bad or anything. I use my phone a ton and they've made our lives a lot easier. I'm just saying, photos. Photos were more precious when cameras had limited capacity and you had to develop films.